Yes, remember me?
Oh, yes.
Remember my son, John? It's wonderful to see you, Hubert.
Well,
So you want some of these pretty ones? For a girlfriend, I bet.
Yeah, he wants one of the pretty ones.
Yeah.
What color do you like?
Well, we'll make it white silk one.
White silk.
You want something with lace or just plain?
Well, might as well make it lace.
What size does she wear?
Now, wait a minute. What size? Isn't this the handkerchief counter?
Oh, man, no, this is a lingerie counter.
Oh, for goodness sakes, give us a pretty handkerchief and let's get out of here, huh? H.C., say goodbye, boy.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Hubert.
Yes, sir. Let's get out on Main Street here. We'll hang on to Lila's present, the handkerchief, in case you see her. Here we are. Wonder who's around here on Main Street. We're right on Main Street. Who's out on Main Street?
Hello, Hubert. This is Fuzzy Morrow from the drugstore. It's good to see you.
Do you remember Fuzzy Morrow, Herbert?
Oh, you bet.
Oh,
Great to see you, Fuzzy.
You betcha. Wait a minute, listen. Hear the church bells? You recognize that sound, Hubert? Those are really the church bells in Greenville, Tennessee. All this is in Greenville. This radio magic is real. Now, come on, let's get up to your church, huh? The Asbury Methodist Church. Here we are in the vestibule of the Asbury Methodist Church in Greenville. H.C., you still with me? Huh?
Yes.
We're right here in the vestibule. Let's peek through the door and see who all is here tonight. You recognize any of these people, H.C.? There's Mr. and Mrs. Perry Lamb. You remember?
Oh, I remember several of these people.
Yeah. Atta boy, you're playing it right along. And Bobby Phillips, remember him?
Oh, sure, but I haven't seen him in a long time.
You went in the Navy with him, didn't you?
That's true.
Yeah. Well, let's go on in because Reverend Fleenor will speak right after the organ stops. Come on in. Here we go.
Hey, H.C., remember me? I'm Catherine Frazier.
Catherine Frazier.
Oh, hello, Catherine.
You kids shouldn't talk in church like this.
Hey, H.C. Harry Thornton, remember, pal?
You bet.
Yeah. And look over there.
Hello, H.C., this is the grandmother.
Hello, grandmother.
Oh.
Here's Granddad.
Hello, H.C.
Hi.
How are you?
Just fine.
Atta boy.
Hello, H.C., how are you?
Who's that?
Why, that's Linda.
Yeah, boy.
My name is Linda Lewis Carter. You remember me?
Sure.
Sure he does. I'm sure the Reverend won't mind her talking like this. Oh, quiet, you folks. Reverend M. Guy Fleenor is going to speak.
I have always thought about and preached about the joy of giving and how truly more blessed it is to give than to receive. But tonight I find genuine reason for joy in receiving back into our midst one of our dearest friends, Hubert Smith. And whether it is by radio's miracle or in our dreams, H.C. has never left our hearts. And in hundreds of churches all over the country, I'm sure all of us preachers, priests, rabbis, and spokesmen of all faiths look down at the seats where you boys used to sit and know in the deep of our hearts that the prayers which went with you into war will bring you back to us again to share the peace that you have made possible. H.C., it's good to have you with us.
Did you hear what Reverend Fleenor said, Hubert?
Sure did, Mr. Edwards.
He meant you, and he meant all the fellas listening in hospitals all over the country. But alakazoo, alakazam, and look where we are now on this magic trip, spending a preview of Christmas Eve in your old hometown. Now, you may be in a ward in a veterans hospital at Long Beach, California, and I may be here on this stage in Hollywood at NBC, but everything else is in your hometown of Greenville, Tennessee. Everything is real, especially these old pals of yours. Look, they're over here on North Main Street all lined up as if they were just waiting for you to join in the Christmas carols. Hi, gang. Hey! Yeah, we're out here on
street.
Who are you caroling tonight?
We're in front of Dr. and Ms. Haskell Fox's home.
Right in front of it. Well, ask the gang what they're going to sing, H.C., so you can join in.
Well, what are you going to sing tonight, gang?
Hello, H.C. This is Eugenia Bewley, one of your 7th grade teachers out at Doak. One song you used to like best is Silent Night. Are you ready to lead us in it?
Yeah, okay.
I'll try.
Yes, sir. Here we go, H.C. You started out, and your friends 2,000 miles away will join you in front of Dr. and Mrs. Fox's house there in Greenville. Here we go.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace.
Oh, that was beautiful, H.C. Wasn't it, carolers? Yeah.
Hello, H.C. This is Dr. Fox. Mrs. Fox joins me in saying, that was swell. Merry Christmas. Welcome home.
Oh, my goodness, I'm glad you reminded me, Dr. Fox. Home is right. I promised Hubert's mother and father I'd get him over to see them before the tree was trimmed. Now, here we go, right over to your house, H.C. Alakazam, and here we are. Your folks are expecting us. Let me knock, though, just to warm them. Yeah. Anxious to talk to Mother and Dad?
Sure am.
Well, I'll bet they're as excited as you are. How long since you've been home?
It's been several months now, about 8 months, in fact.
Yeah, they're certainly taking their time. They seem to answer. Why, look, Hubert, there isn't even a light on. Where do you suppose they are?
Well, they might still be at the station.
No, they said they would see. Oh, what's the matter with me? Of course, they're not in Greenville, Tennessee tonight. Do you know where they are, H.C.?
Well, no, I haven't any idea, Mr. Edwards.
They're right there outside the door of your ward in Long Beach Naval Hospital. Come in, Mother and Dad.
Hello, H.C.
Hello, H.C.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Are they there, H.C.? I guess they are. And I guess it's
Yes, they're here.
You bet. Well, goodness, there's Mother and Dad. H.C., we sort of pulled a switch on you there at the end. We really have been in Greenville with our microphones all night meeting your old friends. But when it came to Mom and Dad, we threw away the magic stuff and brought on the real thing. Your dad's boss, Mr. Al Kramer, even provided a substitute for both your mother and Dad at the Tennessee Coach Company so they could come along. Are you happy, fella?
Oh, sure am, Mr. Edwards.
Sir. If you can't go to Christmas, Christmas will come to you. Mother, how does he look to you?
Oh, he never looked better to me,
You bet.
Mr. Edwards.
All right. Well, I guess you heard H.C. meeting all his friends and doing some late Christmas shopping. By the way, H.C., what did you do with that handkerchief you bought, huh, fella? Huh?
I still have it.
Well, why don't you why don't you give it to your fiancée, Lila Morrell, huh? Go ahead and give it to her.
H.C.
Because she's right there outside your door, too. Come in, Lila.
Hello, H.C. Merry Christmas.
Hello, Lila.
Is that a surprise, H.C.? Well, our hearts are with you, kids who've been in love for a long time, and we know this Christmas will be a happy one for you. What do you do back in Greenville, Lila?
I'm a telephone operator for the Intermountain Telephone Company, but the number that I want best is H.C.
Well, you betcha. Mother and Father and Lila, this reunion and your and Hubert's happiness, we mean for every veteran in veterans' hospitals all over the country tonight. This is your moment, too, fellas, because your parents and wives and children and sweethearts in their minds and hearts are thinking, that's me there with you. And that's what your hometown is thinking right now, too, boys. Small town, big city, that's what they're thinking. And don't think it's just at Christmas time, either. It's every day. It's just that with all this talk about peace on earth at Christmas time, we wanted you to know in this special way that the peace you fought to give us, we're going to fight to keep. H.C., Mother and Dad, and Lila are here as our guests to spend the Christmas holidays with you. We have hotel reservations for them near the hospital there. And since we've pretended this is Christmas Eve, let us give you your present. You got a swell future, Hubert. The courage that has brought you this far is the same courage that will see you through the future. Here to help that future is a $500 savings bond. Good luck. God bless you. Merry Christmas, H.C.
Thank you, Mr. Edwards, and a very Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you. Good night. Good night, boy. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Edwards.
Our thanks to engineer DeWitt Schultes and Truth or Consequences producer Ed Bailey in Greenville, Tennessee's Church and School, to engineer Jim Hackett and producer Dick Lochran at Main Street and Lane Store, Greenville, to engineer Joe Kay and producer Fred Carney at Long Beach Naval Hospital, and to our studio and mixing engineer Johnny Pollock and producers Al Pascal and Floyd Holm here in Hollywood. To our Truth or Consequences organist, Buddy Cole, and church organist Ida Ripley in Greenville, Tennessee. And to all of Hubert's many friends in Greenville, Tennessee, who were so eager to pay this tribute to their pal, shipfitter third class Hubert Smith, paralyzed from the neck down in Long Beach Naval Hospital. And all the veterans throughout the country, our grateful thanks to you. Listen to this. The Walking Man. Who is the Walking Man? Keep listening to Truth or Consequences for the Walking Man. It may mean a gigantic prize to the one who knows. Who is the Walking Man? Hear all about it next week on Truth or Consequences. The Walking Man. Well, look who's dashing through the suds with jingle bells, too. It's those happy Does carolers and their merry washing machines. Greetings. D-U-Z, D-U-Z.
Put Does in your washing machine.
Work clothes come out oh so clean.
White things white and color things bright.
D-U-Z does everything. From the roughest and the toughest to the whitest and the brightest.
No so bright like Does before.
Does is different, does more.
When you Does your wash, you'll sing.
D-U-Z does everything. D-U-Z, D-U-Z.
That was delightful kids, yes, sir. And folks, now listen, the truth is, today's prices for used kitchen fats are higher, much higher than last summer. Everybody save every drop of used fat. It's worth your while. This is Ralph Edwards speaking on behalf of our sponsor, the makers of Does, and wishing you a very Merry Christmas. And until next week, when you hear more about the Walking Man, a brand new gigantic prize contest, good night, everybody.
Why has Hollywood star Merle Oberon switched to new improved Green shampoo? Because compared to Dulling soap shampoos, this wonderful new Green reveals up to 33% more sheen. Follow Merle's secret for shining hair.
It's new green for Hollywood sheen. Improved green for Hollywood sheen. Your hair can have that Hollywood sheen. The very first time you use new green, get wonderful new green shampoo. New green.